What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk a little bit about muln. I'll show you what I'm looking at in the charts. We'll look at the ortex. The cost to borrow still looks very good, and we'll get into the information. We'll see maybe where it could go, where it might want to pull back to, and just have a trading plan as we get into it. Hey, going into 2023, guys, let's talk just brief real talk. Make me a couple promises with this channel and you guys. We're going to make 2023 the best year ever. What I need from you is for you to spend the weekend writing down a trading plan. I don't care if it's 1 step, 2 step, 10 step, but one of those steps needs to be, I will not let a trade go against me more than 10, 15, 20%, whatever your trading plan comes out to, whatever your comfort level is. No diamond handy, no holding, no hoping, hey, this might go back up. You cut your losses, you re-enter the trade. Protecting your account is going to actually make you a more profitable trader as time goes on. You can take a 10% hit pretty easy. You can make up 10% very easy. I'm mainly an options trader, so I just talk about the stocks that you guys are interested in and a couple that I hold because I do hold stocks, but options are my thing, and I will cut my losses very easy. 10-15% down on options, I'm out, man. I can jump back in the other direction and get 50%, just by re-entering the trade. So same thing, options, stocks, doesn't matter what it is. Have a trading plan as we go into this new year, and I promise that will be your best trading year that you've ever had. So that's promise number 1. Promise number 2, be safe over the weekend. No drinking and driving. Call an Uber. It's way too easy to be able to get rides nowadays. Do not risk your life, your friends, your family life, or anybody else that's being responsible on the road's life. All right, so those are the 2 things I'm looking for from you going into the new year. Going into the new year, I will try to be on top of my game as far as my call-outs and what I'm looking for, potential plays and things like that. So let's look at what we have going on in muln. We have our Bollinger Bands pulled back up again. You can see that we hit the high side of the Bollinger Band, so obviously that's where it was going to take its little pullback. And we were saying in the last video, don't chase it. We want to see it put its base in somewhere around that 25-26 cent range. It put in a nice little base here this morning and started to make its push, so we're really watching for that breakout of 28 cents. Keep an eye on it to the downside if you jumped in around that 25 cent range for the base, because right now you are green. Again, we're going into the new year. Might as well put that resolution in play right now. Do not let it go against you. That's what we're working with. So our trend line, as of right now, it's bouncing pretty nice. We hit the high side of the Bollinger Band, could make either consolidation right on through, or it could pull back down to tap. So, again, if it holds at our trend line, we're somewhere in that, for the next hour candle, 26.5 cent range. I'm recording this video early. You guys know I do have a career. I sell real estate. It's the end of the year. I'm capped out for the year, so I'm trying to close everything that I can today. So I have to run for several last minute appointments that I was able to squeeze in and closings to get them done. So that's my goal for today before the weekend. But keep an eye on it. So far, everything still looks pretty good. The 1 hour, the RSI looks decent. It's sitting around 65. The 4 hour, our simple moving, is just breaching the 50 now on the upside. We could see this come back down, to kind of try to meet it somewhere so that there's not such a big spread between there. So we could watch it cool off a little bit as far as the 4 hour goes. And the daily is just starting to breach the 50 on the upward trend. So going into, as of right now, what time is it? It's 1:09 market time, and that's where we're sitting. Everything looks okay right now. So in my opinion, it looks like it may hold, or we're within a penny, hopefully, of what could happen. I don't know how the markets are going to hold up at the end of the day. Last day of the trading year. Is there going to be any tax loss taking sell-offs? I don't anticipate a huge buy-in for the last day of the year. I think that could potentially wait until next week if anybody's wanting to start getting aggressive or even selling aggressiveness. It's probably either has already happened this week or will happen today if there is any selling aggressiveness that's going to go in for being able to take those losses. So we'll see how that plays out. So I hope the end of the day doesn't hurt us any more than what the technicals are indicating. So far it looks okay. The 5-minute we do have room to work our way back up or down on those Bollinger Bands. We're sitting right at the neutral level. We have decent support right here. We got as of right now. So let's see if it holds. I mean, the volume's starting to drop off just a little bit, but lunchtime's just now ending at the time I'm recording this. So let's see if volume starts to come back in a little bit after lunch and how that wants to move. The ortex sitting at 12.36% live short interest of the free float and 183.77 million live short interest cost to borrow average. It came down just a fuzz, but I mean it's still high, 605.36%. Utilization still at 100. So all in all, I'm happy with, I guess, at least what we have going into the weekend, the long weekend. We'll try to talk over the weekend about something or other. I'm sure we can dig something up to talk about. We'll look for some plays going into the new year and just see how all of that goes. But I do really want you guys to have a trading plan as we go into this new year. Just forget everything that possibly went wrong in 2022 for you. It was probably a rough year for a lot of people if they were diamond handing things or new to the markets. You've got a little experience under your belt now. You've learned a thing or two about the markets. You've learned a lot more about protecting your accounts. You know that there's always opportunities to re-enter a play, and you know that there's always shares out there. They don't need yours, as we've seen. If they want to sell 3 times the float, you know what? The market makers figure out how to sell 3 times the float. So if you think they need your shares for any of the plays that you're in, you're absolutely mistaken. So let's see how everything plays out. Again, write down that trading plan, put it in stone, tape it to your monitor, put it, write it on your hand if you trade from your phone, whatever you have to do so that you stick to it. Only you are the one that's going to be able to say, yes, I'm sticking to my trading plan, and only you are going to know if you break your rules or if not. But what I can tell you is if you stick to your rules, if you stick to your plan, you're going to be a more profitable trader. And again, it's like being on a diet, right? If you eat a cookie in the middle of the night, or you go out to the gas station and you get yourself a honey bun or whatever you want to do, nobody knows you're cheating on your diet but you. And, they might get a little bit of an inclination if that weight's not falling off of you. You're like, man, I'm on this great diet, and you're still the same weight. Well, you're probably sneaking a cookie or a honey bun here or there. So it's just as detrimental. If you don't stick to that trading plan, things are going to go wrong. Things are going to look a whole lot like 2022 for you again, and I don't think you want that. Maybe you had a great year. Maybe you had an awesome year. Maybe you had a trading plan. Maybe you're experienced in the market. I don't ever know where people are in their trading, but it's going to help you tremendously, and I would appreciate if you did that for yourself, more so for yourself, but just so that I have a little bit of confidence going into the new year that if we're talking about plays, I know that you guys, at least you ones that support the channel and come back and watch the videos, are actually sticking to a trading plan, because none of us know exactly what the market's going to do. All we can do is highlight key areas, and you have to make decisions as to where you want to enter, where you want to exit, and how you want to play that play. So let's make it a good one. You guys absolutely be safe. If you're thinking about somebody, call them, send them a text, man. A lot of people get lonely around the holidays, and you never know what they're going through. So reach out to them, and if you are that lonely person, reach out to somebody. You might be surprised. They'll probably talk to you. So we all have to be responsible for what we do, what actions we take, and what our overall thought process is around these times and how we want to look out for one another. So make it a good one, guys. Enjoy, and I will see you guys either over the weekend or in 2023. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.